Hello
And welcome back
to
Sick.
See You Next Tuesday.
And today is Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday. Today's a very exciting Tuesday.
Honestly, an exciting Tuesday.
It might be one of my favorite Tuesdays, just in like these types of Tuesdays.
I agree. This series is the highlight of some of my Tuesdays.
Like, I have the most fun, yeah.
No, I'm pretty zazzed to be talking about what we're talking about today.
Yes, and if you can't tell by the very subtle hints for video viewers what we're going to talk about today, we're going to be talking about none other than Barbara Millicent Roberts.
The BMR.
This is the Barbie Diaries Part 2.
Part 2. If you haven't caught up with Part 1, link in description below.
Yeah, go watch the Nutcracker, listen to the pod, and come back here. Because today, Annabelle, what Barbie movie are we talking about?
We are talking about Barbie as Rapunzel.
The 2002 classic.
Her sophomore film.
Her sophomore film. This is Barbie's second movie.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It is a big deal. She made it past the sophomore slump.
So good for her.
Which is actually crazy that the sophomore slump exists because it follows pattern.
It really does. I agree with it. Yeah. But spoilers.
Yes, spoilers. So I guess we can give you a rundown of the plot. I feel like we shouldn't have to, but I'm gonna give a brief one anyways.
Perfect. You take it away.
I will gladly. It's inspired by the 1812 Brothers Grimm story of Rapunzel.
Heard of her?
Which I'm sure everybody knows it. And if you don't, you've probably seen Tangled, but otherwise it's... So this version starts out with Barbie herself.
It does.
As did
the frame
Nutcracker.
narrator is back.
Yes, we have Inception again.
Once more.
And she's talking to her now deceased little sister Kelly.
R.I.P. But also actually maybe don't rest in peace because she's so ugly. She got uglier.
Just rest.
Just rest. Take a beat, babe.
And they're painting now. They're not doing ballet.
What artistic little girlies.
Kelly just is not artistic though because she's not
untalented.
Confident. Yes.
Yeah.
And she is like, I can't paint. And so Barbie tells her this beautiful story
about herself.
Of this young girl named Rapunzel who was kidnapped by a witch named Gothel. And Rapunzel has really long hair.
For no reason.
And she's friends with a English bunny. And an annoying ass dragon. And she's like kidnapped and isolated in this tower, and she like accidentally opens up this secret passage to like leave. And she meets a prince who does not want her to know he's a prince.
He's a secret
He will
prince.
do everything in his power to not tell her he's a prince.
100%. It's giving Princess Protection Program.
Yes. And they meet, briefly fall in love. As
14-year-olds do.
Yes. And it's sort of like her escaping again, and she goes to a ball, and like they fall in love, but she needs to get out of Mother Gothel's like hold.
Clutches.
And so they all sort of like escape and like fight her and blah blah blah, and obviously she falls in love. They live happily ever after.
Marry.
She ends up being the missing princess from a neighboring village.
Yeah.
Kingdom, and they fall in love and they get married.
And then it becomes Romeo and Juliet with a happy ending.
Yes, which is actually kind of crazy because in the Nutcracker, she was also a missing princess.
And in Barbie is the Island Princess, spoilers, she's also a missing princess.
So what is them with
Anastasia?
missing princesses?
This is crazy.
But that's basically the plot. I mean, you know the story of Rapunzel, and you know how these are going to end happily ever after. So,
amen.
We've got huge cast,
massive cast.
Kelly Sheridan returns
as she should. The only Kelly I'll allow.
That's I was gonna say that's correct.
Yes.
And then Gothel was in fact played by Angelica Houston.
Yes, she
which,
was.
That's a huge.
That's
get.
a huge get. I feel like the Barbie movies really started off stronger with their cast. We've got Tim Curry in The Nutcracker.
Yeah.
We've got Angelica Houston. And then slowly Kelly Sheridan drops away and we've got no one.
I know. It was like, did Kelly Sheridan have all these connections and then
Maybe.
they lost them when she left?
She was networking a little ass off.
She was.
And then she said, you don't want me? You don't get my friends.
I'm just like, Angelica Houston is also like, Tim Curry, I feel like makes a little bit of sense. Angelica Houston.
I feel like he's down to clown.
I think Angelica Houston is down to clown. I just don't think she's as down to clown as Tim Curry is.
I agree. Tim Curry seems like a little goofball, you know?
Yeah.
Angelica Houston, she's got some prowess. She's got a little reputation in the industry. She was in the Addams Family, sure, but like to play an animated villain in a Barbie movie?
I know. I'm shocked. I do think of like some of the like bad Angelica Houston movies. Which, like, they're out there. Like, the one with Naomi Watts and Mark Wahlberg.
What's that one?
By David O. Russell, I think it is.
Oh.
What is it called? It's
American
the
Hustle.
Huckleberry movie.
Like Huckleberry Finn?
No, it's not Huckleberry
The Adventures
Finn.
of Tom Sawyer?
Oh, it's I Heart Huckabees.
Oh, I've never actually seen that.
Well, that movie sucks.
Okay,
so,
maybe
like,
I'll give it a skip.
I'm like... I can see that she would do like a bad movie.
That's true. Though David
but
O.
like
Russell was at the
movie.
helm.
Yeah, but David O. Russell was also at the helm of Accidental Love with Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Biel about a woman who gets a nail stuck in her head and goes on a political campaign. So, like, David O. Russell could be at the helm of something.
He's got some swings and he's got some misses.
Yeah, he certainly does.
Yeah.
But... No, Angelica Houston slaughters.
She kills. She's an incredible Gothel.
Like, she makes me, like, I'm a little bit of a fan of Mother Gothel because of
Tangled.
the performance.
Oh,
no, like,
right.
because of this Mother Gothel. Like, I love her.
Honestly, why is every Mother Gothel iconic? I'm kind of rooting for her.
I know. I think it's like the villainess part of it, you know? Like when
Yeah,
you got
and, like,
like
woman
a
in power.
sassy woman in power, you're like, get 'em, girl.
I can't help but say feminist.
And like, let's talk about the reason that she did all of this. Like,
Yeah. I love a little petty ass revenge story.
no, truly. So Gothel kidnaps Rapunzel.
Yeah,
Solely
a baby.
because she was in love with
her dad.
the king.
Yeah.
And he did not return her feelings.
And she said, I'm going to take your daughter.
So she kidnapped his firstborn.
Let's
Which,
bring
like,
that back.
Go off.
Go off, babe.
And this whole movie is like hinging. Oh my gosh. This whole movie is hinging on that. Like, it's crazy.
No, literally. The entire time she's just holding a grudge against this guy who rejected her.
It's incredible. I
As
love
she
it so
should.
much. Yes, as she should. I
love
agree.
it. I love it. She also does it while wearing the most bomb coat I've ever seen. For quite truly the entire movie, she wears it to bed.
She does. She literally wears it to bed.
She sleeps in it.
Iconic.
Icon.
I do think that this I personally think that this movie falters because I think
agree.
I mean it does. But I think it should be a musical.
I so agree. And they tease us.
They really do.
There's this one weird moment where you think she's going to break into song about 20 minutes into the film, but then she doesn't open her mouth and it's just like an internal monologue Yentl sing. And it's one time.
And it never happens. Yeah.
It
again.
never happens again. And also the song sucks. It's dumb. I'm not saving it.
Feel like this movie would have slaughtered as
If it were Tangled.
a musical, literally.
Yeah.
Like,
And it did,
put
in
some
fact, years
When
later.
Will My Life Begin in there.
Yeah.
But I think that that's one of its downfalls. Even though The
I agree.
Nutcracker was not a musical.
They don't
Most of
all
them
have
are
to
not
be musicals.
musicals.
Dolphin Magic is not a musical.
I think most of them aren't musicals. Island Princess is a musical.
Yeah, it is.
But most of them aren't. They just have like
Princess
a
and
song.
the Pop Star. is a musical.
Now that's a musical.
Now that's a musical.
Put that on Broadway.
Put it on Broadway.
But yeah, I think it needs to be a musical. I think that this movie, I don't know what it is about this movie. It just
isn't good.
It's not good. Yeah.
And I think, so this has been at least a third watch for us, probably more. But we watched it as children separately. I didn't know you at the time.
We watched it together as children.
We just knew. And I remember really liking it as a child. It wasn't like my all-time favorite, but I remember really liking it. And then we rewatched in 2022, and both of us said, why is this movie garbage? It's one of the all-time classics, the favorites. It's beloved by many.
Yes, people love it.
People love it. I was actually showing my ranking of all of the Barbie movies. I'm not going to show you guys because it's a spoiler. Stick with the Barbie Diaries. But at trivia last night, and people got mad at me for my rating of this film.
I'd be like, rewatch it.
They
and
need
come
to
back
rewatch.
and talk to us. Because it doesn't live up to the hype. That's part of it, I think, is it really is hyped. Like, it's so
hyped. And so it's disappointing in comparison to that.
And on top of that, I mean, I can't speak for you, but I definitely watched this growing up. Mm-hmm. You're right. I definitely watched this growing up, but it wasn't like the one that like me and my sister would watch.
Yeah.
So like I didn't watch it a ton growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So I personally in 2022 when we watched this, I came back to it like with no expectations.
Okay.
Like I had no idea what to expect. And I think coming from the Nutcracker to this was so disappointing.
100% it fell off for sure. And I think also just because like it's a story that everyone knows and a bunch of people have spun and done their take of, and Barbie's take just isn't good.
I think it just falls flat. It's a little boring.
It's
not
boring.
The most interesting version.
It also like a lot of stuff doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Why the hell is there a talking dragon? And why does she have to sound like that?
And why is there an English bunny?
Why is there an English bunny? Why does the dragon have daddy issues? Like, why is there
That's such a weird subplot
of daddy trauma? Like, dragon daddy trauma.
It is such a weird subplot.
And her father is the most hideous man I've ever seen. He is a dragon, but he's so ugly.
I agree. The dragon, I think, really pull the movie down.
And that is shocking, because also before she opens her mouth, I remember in 2022, we looked at her and we said, she's pretty cute. She's pretty cute.
The eyelashes.
The eyelashes are stunning. She's got Tika-esque eyelashes.
Tika energy.
She gives Tika energy, but does
Horrible
not
execution.
deliver.
Yes.
Horrible execution. She's no Tika. She never will be.
And she is the voice of Susie from Rugrats, and it's obvious.
Yeah.
Which I don't think her voice suits her. I feel like they were trying to make it entertaining and like fun, but it did not work.
They made it repulsive. I was actually so like viscerally turned off. Whenever she spoke, I wanted to gag.
Since we are on this, we were watching this movie and we both mentioned like Penelope would be played or like would be voiced by, and I need to know if we put the same person.
Okay. Awkwafina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a feeling when you said I have a note here and I was writing a note at the exact same time. I was like, I bet he put his close personal friend Awkwafina.
I literally said this would be Awkwafina today.
And then later in the movie, I said, you know who it could, if they wanted to go like do a younger take? Jojo Siwa.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, Penelope and Jojo give the same energy. Derogatory.
No, I agree. I agree. That's so true.
Recasting Barbie as Rapunzel.
That's exactly what, like Awkwafina 100% is who they would have cast.
And like Penelope wants to be Awkwafina.
I agree. Yeah.
She could
Trying
never
so
be.
hard.
They wish they got Awkwafina.
I think that Awkwafina would slay.
She would slaughter. We've all seen The Little Mermaid.
Yeah. Also, Awkwafina is in a new animated movie coming out.
Oh, really? She was also in that other one. Raya and the Lost Dragon or whatever.
Oh, yes, she was.
And she played a dragon.
Loved her. She was the dragon.
So she's got experience.
But she was in If.
I need to watch. I actually might be going to see that today.
And she was in Kung Fu Panda, the new one. Yeah.
Oh my God, I need to watch.
And she was in Migration.
Oh, I never ended up seeing that. The ads looked bad. Did you watch?
I did. I didn't love it.
Okay.
And she's also in The Bad Guys too, because
The sequel? Or
yeah,
as
because
well?
she was in The Bad Guys. So
The bad guy's killed.
but she's becoming a voice actor. She's got a voice for it. So
She absolutely does. She has a very animated voice, no pun
and
intended.
but what's fun about it is it's so recognizable that
Absolutely.
it's like immediately like you're like, that's Aquafina, but it works. I
It's
loved her in Raya and the
recognizable.
Last Dragon.
Me too. It's recognizable. It's also like authentic to her. And that's what I feel the problem was with this dragon. It felt like a voice was
Yeah.
being put on. It didn't feel natural.
It's like we said this in the last Barbie episode of why we don't like the talking characters. It's like when you can picture them in the booth.
Yeah.
And they're putting on this voice and doing this. Like it's obvious and it's not fun. I don't love it.
No. And I know that they're clocking on, they're neutral, they go in, they do these crazy things, and then they clock off and they're boring because that's not who they are.
You know who I'll give a pass today to
Yes.
is
Yes.
Otto.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I love Otto. Your saint namesake.
He's an acceptable speaking animal in a Barbie movie.
I agree. That little nondescript European villain.
Yes, he's a ferret who always sits on Gothel's shoulders.
Yeah, he does. Like a little scarf.
And he's like
shawl.
funny as hell. He moans throughout the whole movie.
He's horned up. As I
literally-
would be sitting on Angelica Houston's shoulders.
Genuinely, it's like every other line starts with like a moan.
And the answer talks like this.
Yes, he kills, and
Incredible.
I'm 100% okay.
I don't
with
care if
this
it's
speaking
racist.
Animal.
I loved him.
I don't remember him. I remember him in our previous watch, but I don't remember loving him as much as I
Neither
did
do
in
I.
this watch.
I
Yeah.
think because this time we were expecting
Penelope.
to be, we were expecting to be turned off by Penelope. Last time we were so affronted by her that we couldn't fully appreciate Otto
it was
and
like,
his
oh
majesty.
my god, get her out of
Get
here.
her out of here. And both of my reviews have actually been about getting Penelope out of the film.
Rightfully so.
I will petition to have her removed for the rest of my life.
I think that I love the Otto. I love Mother Gothel. I think
too.
that this movie I think it would have been more interesting and appealing if we took out the Barbie aspect of it, because it needs to be in the point of view of Mother Gothel.
You're so right. That would be so fun. I also want to see a prequel. I want to see Mother Gothel and the King.
That's the other thing. This is where Tangled is, obviously Tangled reigns superior.
Tangled's
it's no question.
incredible. Last time I watched this film, I had not seen Tangled, and now
Yeah.
I've become a better and more enlightened person because I have.
And it's Tangled gives you that prequel in the first 10 minutes of Mother Gothel being old and using that flower, and then they stole the flower to save the girl, and that is why she kidnaps the baby. So it's one, it's a better reason for her to kidnap a child, and it shows you
It's a better reason to
that-
kidnap a child. That makes it okay.
I'm sorry, that's actually so true. I didn't even realize how that came out.
That's so funny. No, I agree. I was
it is a better
critiquing.
reason. It's this reason's funny, genuinely.
100%. Yeah.
But I just
It's more of a
think that-
justification.
it's more of a justification.
Yeah.
But I do think it would be better if it was from the point of view of Mother Gothel.
I agree. And also, this reason's funny, but I don't think they're meaning it to be funny.
No.
We found it funny. We're go off, queen. You got rejected.
Yeah.
Steal a kid. But that's because
Yeah.
we're in our mid-20s in 2024. If
Yeah.
I was 6 in 2002, I don't care.
Yeah. No, it doesn't even cross my mind.
Not remotely.
And also, the one thing that really bothers me about this version in comparison to Tangled,
yes.
her long hair is pointless.
I was going to say, can we talk about her hair? Literally, what's the point? So, her hair doesn't have any magical powers. There's no reason for it to be long. It's just
And
because
we're not even
Rapunzel has
told
long
why
hair,
it's
and
long.
they're just trying to accord with the law for no
yeah,
reason.
they're just giving her long hair. And I'm trying to remember, I don't know if the Brothers Grimm story has a reason, or if she's just a girl with long hair.
Well, a lot of it doesn't even have to have magical properties, but I know that in the original, okay, yeah, this is another problem I have with it. The whole like Rapunzel, let down your hair, the prince climbs up it. I know in some versions, Mother Gothel cuts her hair so that he can no longer climb up it.
Yeah.
But that happens once in a dream and never actually happens in the story at all.
The classic line is
Doesn't
literally
happen.
a dream sequence.
That's like waking up and it was all a dream. It's giving that kind of cop out.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's
her hair's irrelevant.
It's I literally wrote down, I think that this movie could have genuinely been Cinderella.
I agree. Yeah.
Like
evil stepmother locking
if
her
you
out.
really look at it like from the bare bones, it's literally the plot of Cinderella with a girl with long hair.
Yeah.
She goes to the ball.
She goes to the ball, she meets a man, she falls in love, she's 12.
And she's got an overbearing parent.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't need, like, they kind of took out the reason, like
they took out what made Rapunzel different from other similar stories and just put Barbie in it.
Which is why I think it also fails. Like, I think they needed to stick to it being Rapunzel and sort of flesh it out from there. But
and what they took out the elements that made it Rapunzel to give us Penelope and a bunny.
And daddy trauma.
A Cockney bunny and a daddy trauma subplot. I quite truly did not need that.
Daddy issues.
No one needs daddy issues.
Also, her hair must be so thin because
one clean sweep.
The braid is so small.
The braid is tiny, and also she cut it off so easily.
Like, that would be in Rapunzel, they braid her hair.
Yeah.
And it is the fattest braid.
100%.
And this would also be a fat braid, but it's so it's like this thin. Like, it's this big.
Yeah.
So I'm not buying it. I don't know.
It seems fake. This animated movie about a girl with magical powers and the longest hair on earth. Fake.
Yeah, I don't think her hair's real.
What? I think she was wearing a wig.
She grows it back in the end after Gothel cuts it off, doesn't she?
No. Not in this
Her
one.
wedding?
Oh, the wedding, maybe.
I swear her wedding had long hair.
She could have.
Because
oh, wait, no, it does. As you said, wait, her hair grew back so quickly.
Yeah. I was like, her hair grows back.
I forgot
but
about
Mother Gothel chops it off. But like in Tangled, she stays the brunette and she stays
a little brunette bob. Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think that this movie had the potential to be good and they changed too many things.
And I think that this might be the impetus for why Tangled was made. The creators watched this and they said, we can fix everything that they messed up. We've got this. Yes. So thank you to Barbie as Rapunzel for being made, because I think you need to fail before you can succeed. So they failed so Tangled could succeed.
And you know, like, this technically was on Nickelodeon.
It's crazy.
And then Disney made Tangled. So Disney it was sort of a competition. Disney just was
Disney always wins out for me.
We got it.
Yeah, and
they used to, I think. I don't know about anymore, but
I couldn't tell you what's happening today.
Also, another downfall of this movie, but this is mostly Barbie movies in general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The mini Barbies.
I hate those little women.
Prince's sisters in this.
Why do they have to appear in everything?
There's 3 of them. They're annoying.
One of them's Kelly.
One of them's basically just Kelly.
One of them's Kelly, but not as ugly. They're so annoying.
Speaking of, like, I said this when we were watching it, I find it so funny that this whole thing is about Kelly being insecure. And so Barbie's like, let me tell you a story where I'm the lead.
Let me tell you a story about how I'm a princess and you show up for a cameo as a child. Though also we have to remember that Barbie's 14.
Yeah,
so
no, I think she's like 16, isn't she?
Who knows?
But it's so funny.
No, it's so funny. The frame narration is so dumb, and I'm so glad that they, spoiler alert, nixed it as we go on, because it's stupid.
Yeah. They cut it short. They cut it quick.
Yeah, I think because they realized.
Yeah.
No one needs to see ugly
really
Kelly.
Stupid.
Struggling with a different art form.
I'm trying to even remember if, do they do it in the next one?
I literally can't remember. They definitely don't in Princess and the Pauper. Princess and the Pauper just starts.
Yeah. Which is the next one.
Yeah, that's number 4, right?
So I don't remember. It would
Barbie
make
is Swan
sense.
Lake is next, right?
I just Googled it. They do, in fact, do it in the next one.
I was going to say, that feels like it could...
Yeah, Swan Lake really does.
Jesus.
So we got one more.
One more frame
we're
narrated to
done.
go. What a weird conceit to have in a kid's movie. Like, I can't get over... Who pitched that?
It makes sense because it's framing it to be a Barbie movie. They're like,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
like, look,
Barbie,
it's Barbie as
and then
Rapunzel.
This is our story.
I
And
guess.
maybe they were like, we set it up, so we don't need to do it anymore.
They really want us to know that, like, Barbie is acting in it. This isn't real.
Yeah.
But why can't it be real?
I don't know. I'm glad. You know what? It happened. They killed Kelly and then they said, we're done.
Good. Also, why did Kelly's forehead grow exponentially between the last film and this one?
No, literally, her face looks like a pug.
She's disgusting. And imagine growing up with Barbie as your sister. I'd have to kill myself.
Where your sister's just perfect at everything.
So hot, like literally the stereotypical perfect woman who everyone longs to be, and you look like that.
Is kind of what they do
Her
in
mom
like the
cheated.
later movies. They do it in the later movies where like Barbie's not perfect. And
Yeah.
she kind of has like a normal family dynamic with her sisters. So
This is making me think maybe I just prefer the later Barbie movies.
I think I do too. Not all of them.
They're more nuanced. Not all,
Some of
not
them are-
all of Barbie video game hero.
Chelsea and the Lost Birthday.
No, lose that.
Maybe we'll like that one better. I don't know.
Watch us give it a 5 out of 5.
But like Skipper's Babysitting Adventure, where Barbie's not even the lead,
Incredible.
slaughters.
So good. Skipper lives her lesbian dream. Happy
So,
pride.
I think you're right. Like the old ones serve as nostalgia, and so like
For
the
sure.
ones that we really watched, like the Nutcracker, and
Yeah.
although I did not watch Island Princess and 12 Dancing Princesses, and those kill.
12 Dancing Princesses is incredible. And you know
So-
what? You also hadn't seen that before we watched it in 20. Yeah. So like we didn't even have nostalgia there.
Nope.
That's
Same
just
with
an
Island Princess.
incredible movie.
I did not watch Island Princess.
Yeah. No, neither did I.
Remember when we started that one and it started with the Universal logo and we were like, are we watching the right movie?
We've clicked on the wrong link.
Like there's no way Barbie Island
There's
Princess
no way.
starts. But they're all Universal technically, I think.
They're all Universal, and Barbie as the Island Princess is truly like a cinematic masterpiece. So
I think that's where
anyone
it
would have been
started
lucky to
going
fund
up.
it. I agree.
I think it
agree.
started going up and then they had a dip
for
in
sure.
like the video game hero, the superpower Thumbelina.
The Thumbelina
era.
one is stupid.
Yeah. But these early ones like Rapunzel, Nutcracker, Swan Lake, they really were more of a nostalgia tack, I think.
And they're trying to like pay homage to the classic Grimm's
to the
Brother
classics,
fairy
yes.
tales and
Like
whatever.
Swan Lake, Nutcracker, Princess and the Pauper. They're
Yeah.
all old classic stories. And I think that that's smart. It like gets kids to understand like these stories that they might not so much
Yeah.
Rapunzel,
Because you're
but,
not
like,
going to understand a thing that happened in the original Rapunzel if you watch this.
and like well like Nutcracker and like Swan Lake are things that kids aren't really exposed to.
Yeah.
So it's like nice to have like an outlet for kids to understand like the ballets, which is fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they sort of dropped those off too. They stopped doing that.
yeah.
pretty-
Let's like bring back some Barbie ballet.
Also, once they start introducing like the OGs like Raquel and Ken,
God.
they pop off.
They're unbeatable. I
Yeah.
love lesbian Raquel.
Lesbian Raquel and lesbian Barbie are like OTP.
100%. Enemies to
I
lovers.
don't even know what that means, but
One
I
true-
know that it's
OTP is one true pairing, and that's like the one true pairing that you want to be together, like your ultimate ship.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So I am using, okay. I was gonna say,
You
I
used
thought I
it
was
so
using
correctly.
it correctly.
Yeah.
I just did not know what it stood for.
No,
I knew
you're a
it
natural.
was like, okay, love. Me in my fan fiction world.
Era. Your fanfiction era 2024.
I'm going to start writing Barbie fan fiction.
Bet I would love to read it. Are you kidding?
What if we did an episode where we both write Barbie fanfiction?
And that's so good. That's so good. Also, shocker, I'm a Glee fan. And Lea Michelle's legs are quite surely behind me right now for audio listeners. Just know that they're with me at all times. Glee fanfiction. All the time. People would just like add in random song lyrics. There'd be songs in the middle of them.
Incredible.
So you can do that in a Barbie fanfiction and make anything a musical.
I feel like when we get to like a certain movie, like if we get to like The Secret Door or something like that.
Oh yeah. Well, that's literally
Fashion Fairy Tale.
That Secret Door's a lesbian movie.
Yeah, so is
Like,
Fashion Fairy Tale.
That's yeah, okay, Fashion Fairy Tale, is that the one where she has the rainbow wings?
Yes.
Yeah. The little pride flag wings.
So I'm thinking that we could write a fan fiction about like Barbie and Raquel and Ken, because it's the three of them.
Oh my god, and polyamory, like that's just another little. We should have done that for Pride.
With like her aunt in Paris or something like that.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
I think we publish it.
Oh, 100%. We make hardcover books.
Done, and then it gets made into an Amazon Prime original movie.
No, I think Barbie is Rapunzel. We on our recent second watch, we liked it more than our first watch in 2022.
Absolutely. I in particular, I feel was harsh in 2022. Because I looked and I gave it 1.5 stars out of 5 on my original review. I think just because I was so let down.
Yeah.
And I hated Penelope so much and wanted that woman dead.
Yeah.
Which I stand by.
Still do. Yeah.
Still do to this day. Wish her the worst. But yeah, we've changed our tune. What did you give it out of 5?
I'm trying to remember. I don't
know
remember.
Exactly. You gave it a 2.5. Yeah.
Okay.
Originally you gave it a 2, and then you upped it to a 2, like 2 in 2022,
like
and then upped it to a 2.5.
Yeah.
And so I originally had a 1.5. Then as time went on, I think like last year, I upped it to a 2. I said
maybe
that
it was
harsh.
after you showed everyone your rankings.
I think so. It
and
was
you were
peer
like,
pressure.
oh,
I was
maybe
like,
just
I'll give
it
it
up
a 2.
1. Yeah.
I'll give you a 2. And now that we've watched it this year, I've given it a 2.5.
Yeah.
It feels like a 50% movie.
It does. I agree. I think it is a 50% movie because they gave 50% of their effort by changing the story so much.
Exactly. They gave us Angelica Houston, but they didn't give us
You're
meaningful
so
hair.
right, though. Like, that alone is 2 stars.
Yeah, like, I can't believe I gave Angelica Houston 1.5 stars. That's insane.
Yeah. Criminal.
No, like, lock me up.
Also, the prince is
Stefan.
boring and ugly.
So boring. Quite ugly. She's not the best looking.
They haven't quite figured out how to design
Animate
a man
a man.
yet.
I
They
agree.
know the girls. Like, Nutcracker, slaughtered. Clara, beautiful.
100%. Yeah.
Rapunzel, would you like to describe Rapunzel?
Yes. I stand by this, seeing her in movement. She's quite vacant looking. She's pretty. She's pretty by all intents and purposes, but there's quite truly nothing behind her eyes.
Empty-headed, yeah.
Not a thought. And that tracks because she should, if we're following the story, be an idiot.
Yeah, she doesn't know anything.
She's not even homeschooled because Gothel taught her nothing. All she's seen is a room, one single wall, because it's a spherical building.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And so she is vacant, right?
She is vacant.
But they know how to animate a girl.
They do, yeah.
Except
She's
Kelly.
hot but dumb. Except Kelly.
They don't know how to animate a little girl.
No, they don't. Which, you know, I guess.
Good. That's good.
But come on.
Yeah, they killed
I don't know. Maybe
Rapunzel.
they don't know kids as well as they know a woman.
They killed Rapunzel. They killed Clara. But the man in this is like hideous.
I know.
Scary.
He is. And, like, he has about 4 lines in the film. He has no personality.
No, he's barely in it.
He's not important. I wouldn't paint a mural and break out of my home for him.
I'm so confused as to why he so badly didn't want her to know that he's a prince.
Was it because he's like, I don't want her to be a gold digger?
And then she turned out to be a princess too.
Yeah, joke's on him. She wouldn't even know what gold is. Like, she's so dumb. How can she speak? How does she know anything?
Penelope and...
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. The dragon and the bunny taught her how to talk.
I don't even remember the bunny's name.
No one needs to know the bunny's name. I also need to know, why is he from England?
Yeah, he's the only one. Wait, no. Like, who else is from England? Somebody else is from England.
There's too many random Englishmen.
There's a random Englishman that I was like, wait, why is he English? I'm trying to remember who it is.
It is Stefan's dad.
Yeah, except Stefan's not English.
Stefan's not English. He's an all-American red-blooded boy. And his dad's from London and the bunny's from Essex.
It all is so confusing.
Geographically confusing. And every single one of the voice actors is Canadian.
I was just going to say, is he? No.
Is the bunny English?
The king is English.
I take it back. I apologize.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Is he English Canadian?
Hold on here. I need to see something.
I need to see.
He might, in fact, be Canadian.
I'm going to need to see the birth certificate on this man.
He has too generic of a name.
What's his name?
His name is Russell Roberts.
Oh my god,
no, he's English.
Barbie's father?
English. He is English.
Okay, I take it back.
He literally, yeah, he's actually Welsh.
Oh, okay.
He's not even English, but he is Welsh.
All right.
So we do at least have
semi-authenticity
that is authentically playing from somewhere closer to England than Canada. But
the
bunny is Canadian.
And I feel like, look, the bunny's accent was worse than the king's, obviously.
It was.
Yeah.
But the question then leads to why.
Why say
it's so pointless.
Essex up? Like, there's no need.
It's incredibly pointless. Like, there's no need. Because he's the only one doing
dare I
it.
say.
I mean, they're all from the Commonwealth.
You're actually so right. Chuck an Australian in there.
Yeah. Why aren't there more? It's like one.
Yeah.
Australian Barbie.
You're so right.
And it's...
I mean, at least she's the Barbie. Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant Margot Robbie.
No. Dolphin Magic's set in Australia.
It's lightly set in Australia. They don't confirm it.
Does anyone ever have an accent?
No one has an accent.
Cool.
Oh, wait.
I swore there was an Australian accent somewhere.
There is, in the one where she surfs.
Oh, the one where you didn't know who Barbie was?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so right.
All of the announcers are talking like this, and none of them are Australian.
Yeah, they're
all Canadian
accents.
Yeah. I miss it.
I think on the scale, this is definitely at the bottom for me.
I agree. Especially if the two we've reviewed so far. Yes.
We're going to go Nutcracker, Rapunzel.
Collectively can stand by that easily.
Yeah. So I'd love for other people who haven't seen it in a while to rewatch it.
And yeah, stop attacking me at bars.
I want you to come into it with no expectations and even honestly come into it with a slight nostalgia.
Yeah.
Because I want to know if it holds up for you.
And you know what? I hope it does. Because having something that you love be ripped apart by the passage of time is hard. So I hope you still find enjoyment in it, but also maybe acknowledge that Penelope should be shot.
Wait, what's that one Barbie? I'm dying. I can't. That one Barbie Island Princess review.
Oh, about Chica?
About Chica. That's so incredibly funny. I genuinely...
It's like the #1 liked on Letterboxd or something.
It is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Everyone wants to take Chica down.
Everyone hates Chica.
I love that woman.
I'm sorry. There's like... Oh,
What is it?
If I had one bullet in a barrel and a guaranteed shot, I'm taking that ugly ass elephant down. So that's how I feel about Penelope.
That's how I feel about Penelope. Like, clearly whoever wrote that review has not seen Barbie as Rapunzel in a while.
They need to go back and watch Penelope.
Because Tika is everything Penelope wants to be.
Because also, everyone on Letterboxd for Island Princess talks shit on Tika.
So much.
I do not see enough of that on Penelope.
No, you're so... Why are we, like, one of... a couple of the only Penelope haters?
Literally, I need to see more.
Everyone needs
Hate
to
for
go
Penelope.
back and chain her up.
Amen.
Amen. Take her down. Clip her wings.
I'd like to give an update.
Yes.
This movie included one Bun-hole.
Was it... Who was it?
Do you have any guesses?
Did Kelly at the beginning have a bun?
The correct answer, there's one single Bun-hole, and it was Lorena's.
Who the hell's Lorena?
She is one of the sisters of Prince Stefan.
Okay, like the little girlies?
Yes.
Okay,
one of
okay.
them.
That was going to be my next guess. One of the triplets of hideous kids?
Yes.
Or...
The only Bun-hole in the whole movie.
That
I'm not sure if
is
Mother
disappointing.
Gothels is a Bun-hole. I don't think it is.
I don't
So
think it is.
didn't
She doesn't
count
give
it.
a holy girl.
So, yeah, that's the only one. So there's only one in this movie, which is really disappointing.
Which I think is like another testament as to why this film is a failure.
More Bun-holes.
Bring us more bun-holes and we will
need 'em.
smile. If Video Game Hero was full of bun-holes, that's a 5 out of 5 movie.
I bet there's 0 in that movie.
I don't recall a single hole.
And we were aware of them at that point, I
We
believe.
we were hyper aware.
So, but maybe we'll be proven wrong. Who knows?
We'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah. But do you have anything else that you'd like to say about this masterpiece of a movie?
Do better, Babs. You're better than this film.
That's good. I think that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we move on to
A little game.
our little game?
Oh, I think it's time.
It's Mad Libs time.
It's Mad Libs time. If you tuned into the first episode, you'll know that this is a Barbie Diaries tradition here on the pod. I brought this with me all the way to Australia.
And I just had it.
You kept it in a glass case,
Yes. Displayed.
prepped and ready to
Forever.
go.
Yep. We are doing our second episode. It's called Barbara Millicent Roberts.
Oh my god.
That's the name of it.
That's so apt.
It is really apt. So, I guess, do you want to start? And are you ready?
Yes.
Do you want to
Okay.
give me a verb?
Dance. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to give me a noun?
Sure. Sock.
Beautiful.
And can you give me an adverb?
Sexily.
Okay.
And now can you give me an adjective, Ben?
Yeah. Broad.
Ooh. That's a good one. Just like my shoulders.
Yes, just like your shoulders.
My crazy swimmer shoulders.
Can you give me
yes.
an exclamation?
Hurry.
Oh gosh.
Hurry, man.
I'm worried.
Oh, can you give me a part of the body plural?
Oh. Pinky toes.
Ooh. That was creative and quick on your feet.
I'd like an adjective, please.
Ooh. Dainty.
Oh, that's fun.
Thank you. Can you give me a letter of the alphabet, please?
Oh my gosh, I would love to. I'll give you O.
Ooh. That's a good one.
Can you give me a verb?
Pull.
Say that again?
Pull. Pull.
Okay.
That's a verb, right? To
Yeah.
pull. Okay. Honestly, this gets me really nervous because I'm like, what if...
I'm like, I don't know these parts
No,
of
I'm
speech.
nervous. I don't want to be exposed as an idiot. But Ben, you should be okay with this one. Can you please give me an animal?
Oh my gosh. An animal. There's so many to choose from.
There's a whole kingdom.
There is a whole kingdom. I'm going to do ostrich.
Ostrich. Lovely.
Can you give me an adjective?
Flirtily.
Flirtily. That's an adverb. Flirty. Flirty is an adjective.
Flirty. God.
Not you proving your point.
Damn it. I'm in my head. Okay. Can you give me another part of the body? But a singular this time.
One. Oh, okay. I will do chin.
Chin.
And I'd like a noun, please.
A proper noun or just any noun?
Just a noun, not a proper noun.
Mulled wine.
That's an adjective and a noun.
I guess.
But we can do it.
2 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just wrote down mulled noun.
Mold noun.
Can you please give me a noun?
Yeah. Ooh. I'll do box.
Ooh, okay. Feels like you prepping for our fan fiction.
Can you give me an adjective?
I'm not going to say flirtily, but I could because I know that it's an adjective. No, it's not.
That's
it's
an
an adverb.
adverb.
It's an adverb. It's an adverb. Damn it.
Sweating over there.
Sweaty.
Okay, that's a good one. Where'd you get that word?
It just came to me. Can you please give me a verb?
Shoot.
Oh my god. Okay, American.
Yeah. Can you give me a part of the body?
Oh.
Keep it PG.
I really, like, the first 3 that came to my head, I was like, I'm not going to say any of them.
Did one of them start with a P?
One of them didn't start with a P. One of them started with a V.
Oh, okay.
But it was more, like, anatomical than the one that you might think. Eyebrow.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
And final one, Ben. Can you please give me an exclamation?
Hot diggity dog.
Oh my god.
This felt long.
This feels like a novel.
Okay, so should we just trade off sentences?
For sure. Would you like to start?
Because, since your word is first. Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
Barbie Roberts has a can dance attitude.
She so does.
She really does.
Do It Anyway is her favorite sock.
She's incredibly smart and has an interest in just about everything. Just read it.
Sexily. There's nothing she isn't broad about.
So true.
So I say that literally daily.
And when she's curious about something, wait, what? When she's curious about something, hurry! She dives in pinky toes first.
I'm so sorry not to be like an editor, but there's no need for there to be an exclamation there. Mad Libs.
No,
there's no
I'm
need.
so confused.
But Barbie's a positive person who leads with her dainty heart.
Oh, that's cute.
It's beautiful.
And OMO, she's so nice. What would that stand for? Oh my odd. Oh my odd.
Oh my odd. I was gonna say ostrich because it's coming up.
Oh yeah.
Barbie wouldn't pull an ostrich and deliberately goes out of her way to make others feel flirty.
That's actually so true, though.
She'd never pull an ostrich.
And she does make everyone feel flirty.
She makes me feel so flirty every time I watch one of her films.
Her enthusiasm and every other emotion is written all over her chin. Her big ass chin.
Big ass chin. Holds a novel. She's got the worst mulled wine face ever, but also the best victory box ever.
I can't believe you'd say that about her.
I can tell you firsthand, she's got the best victory box I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh. It's just one of the sweaty traits that make her so lovable.
And if you're lucky enough to shoot that glint in her eyebrow, hot diggity dog.
You're in for an adventure.
End of novel.
I'm gonna shoot that glint.
I'm gonna shoot that glint. Oh, I love one of her sweaty traits.
That was a good one.
That was perfect.
That was a really good one.
I would argue.
I love her sweaty traits. I love her victory box.
I love her victory box.
Everybody, we don't talk about Barbie's victory box enough.
We never talk about her VB enough, and I'm gonna bring it up on every pod.
VB! Oh my god.
Barbie's
so
VB.
Bad. I feel like we can't say that.
And why not? Let's not bend to the laws of censorship. Freedom of speech, baby.
So true.
Free
I
the
love
nipple.
Barbie's VB.
Yeah,
Free
I
the
love
nip,
Barbie's VB.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was Barbie Mad Libs.
That was Barbie Mad Libs.
And that was Barbie as Rapunzel.
That was Barbie as Rapunzel.
So again, rewatch it. Tell us your thoughts.
Rewatch it. We learned a lot today.
And the next one gets progressively better.
And I'm so excited for that.
I can promise you that. I don't remember it super well from our watch in 2022, but I do think that this one sparked. I think it sparked an iconic line between us.
Barbie Swan Lake?
Which, yeah, I don't want to spoil, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this is the one that sparked an iconic line, which you'll hear about in the next Barbie Diaries.
So stay tuned.
But yeah, stay tuned for the next one, and we'll
see you
next
Tuesday.
Sick.
Sick.
Bye.
Bye.